Well, I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds, and I want to tell you it's fantastic to be here with the Association of Allied Health Professionals, and they are here starting a conversation around we are here. That's what this podcast is all about, and they certainly are here because they are making a huge impact to our whole province here in Newfoundland and Labrador. I want to tell you, healthcare would not exist without these folks leaning into it every single day, and I like meeting them one by one. And on that note, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us what you do.
Hi, I'm Josh Fisher. I am a medical flight specialist with NLHS.
Talk to me about medical flight specialist. What exactly do you guys do?
Yeah, so it's a pretty fancy title for flight paramedic or flight nurse. So in my training, I'm actually an advanced care paramedic. Now we have additional training that's upskilled to more of a critical care level. And then we work alongside registered nurses, and we have shared the same scope of practice. We're all upskilled in the same manner. And we are essentially the 911 system for the hospital system. So we primarily do a lot of the interfacility transports and move the sickest patients, whether they're in the periphery in Labrador City or Corner Brook or where have you, or even from St. John's all the way to Toronto, or even in some cases we've gone to Edmonton.
Right, and what platforms do you work on?
Too many.
Okay.
So currently we have, I want to say about 5 different aircraft that we can avail of in our system. And part of that just has to do with how diverse and geographically challenged the province of Newfoundland and Labrador are as a whole. So we respond all the way up to our northernmost communities on the coast of Labrador, such as Nain and Natwashish. They're a flight away from, about over an hour flight on a Twin Otter from Goose Bay. To get to Goose Bay, we can take any of our other fixed wings, such as our King Air 200, we have King Air 350s, and we also have Beechcraft 1900. And then just before we started here, we were talking about helicopters a little bit. We also have an S-76 that we used for a bit more local response as well.
All very specialized aircraft?
All very, very customized, very specialized.
Talk to me about what that aircraft looks like inside. I mean, there'd be most people would never have seen the inside of that, and hopefully they never will.
Yeah.
So most people will never have seen the inside of that. What would that look like?
It's varies just depending on the difference of our aircraft, but usually they have 1 or 2 stretchers and then a few seats for us. Generally, if you're not in the aviation industry, you're not super familiar with the aircraft that I mentioned, but they're smaller commuter type twin engine aircraft that can get into small places and smaller airstrips as well. So
was this a calling for you? Was this sort of how did you find yourself in this world?
So I was fairly ambitious as a young man, and when I first went to university, I graduated from a small university in Omaha, Nebraska. And as I was going through my admissions counseling, I basically said I wanted to get in, get out, get a degree as quick as I can, and I think I want to be in the healthcare field. I probably want to go to medical school after I'm done, so I just want to get my bachelor's degree out of the way and as quickly as possible, and hopefully get a little bit of healthcare experience in the meantime. And my academic advisor at the time suggested emergency medical services, as it was known then, and so I ended up getting a bachelor's degree in emergency medical services and started being a paramedic, and 20 years later, here I am.
How did your path find you to Newfoundland?
Oh, it's so I'm a bit of an anomaly here. Like I said, I'm originally from the Midwest. Grew up in Iowa. Went to school at Creighton University in Omaha. After that, I found my way down to the beaches of St. Pete, Clearwater, Florida. Worked there for a few years, and while I was down there, I met my wife, and she hauled me back up to Newfoundland. So here I am.
Well, I'm sure glad she did do that. Well, that's wonderful. So, and your journey here in Newfoundland, how long have you been working here?
Well, if you're a Newfoundlander and Labradorian, you'd be familiar with Hurricane Igor. So after living in Florida for 4 years, I moved here the night of Hurricane Igor, and I've stayed here pretty much ever since.
Right. So your professional would have given you a great lens on the healthcare system here in Newfoundland and Labrador. Where do you see some of the challenges in our healthcare system?
It's interesting. I have a little bit different perspective coming from a very well-resourced areas in the United States and seeing how the healthcare system in the U.S. Works and operates a bit. And the challenges that Newfoundland and Labrador has is quite a bit different just because of supply. We have high demand and low supply. But at the same time, we have we have an aging population as well as aging infrastructure as well. But a lot of the infrastructure that needs to be invested in is only going to be good for a very short period of time because we just have a smaller number of middle-aged people and younger people as well. So it's really hard balancing act to figure out how to plan for the future because the future is here. The future is now. We need stuff now, and unfortunately, we don't have the overglut of what you see in a lot of the U.S. But at the same time, I feel like it's a quite better service delivery in the long run. Yeah,
you would get up on an aircraft, pick up a patient, and what you got with you, and you got to find a solution should something go wrong.
Yeah,
you're on your own up there.
Yep.
Right, and so you're a type of guy that can see the opportunities, can see the solutions, can maybe even look around the corner and say, I got to get there fast. Take that experience, that lens, that expertise that you have doing that. Now look at our healthcare system. Where do you see the opportunities? Where do our opportunities lie?
The opportunities are really in our workforce, in our people. That's really, you see it from every day. People care about their patients and they want to, despite the challenges that are in our system, we really do care and we do try to deliver the best resource. And that's the best thing that we can lean on right now is our people. So. Mm-hmm.
That's great. That's a great answer. You're right. I mean, speaking of people, you're in a room over there next door, surrounded by a bunch of professionals who all add something to healthcare in Newfoundland. Yep. They're all adding a piece, all with the same goal for patient care at the end of the day. What's it like being in that conference, and what is the excitement in the room? What are you hoping to get out of it?
Well, it's very interesting with the variety of allied health professionals. You see the significantly important roles that each one of these professions provide in the healthcare system and in people's daily lives. Right? It's hard to put into words on how integrated and how interesting it is to really see how intricate these people's jobs are, but how big of an effect it can have on everybody's day-to-day life.
Yeah, that must be amazing. I go back to your life, when you get to that aircraft, and I'm sure there's times when you've got to shake somebody and say, look, I'm the guy here. I'm going to keep you alive. Pay attention to me.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do that day in, day out. Make people pay attention to you for their own benefit. If I were to put you in front of the leaders and the decision makers and the policy makers of the healthcare system of Newfoundland and Labrador, what would you say to them? What would be the one thing you would say to them? Pay attention to me.
Yeah, listen to us. Listen to us. And it's as simple as that. Listen to us. I mean, we see a lot of external reports, which definitely have value in times and places. But one of the things that we see is, report after report after report recommending the same changes that we've been speaking about. We don't need to spend time, money, and resources on creating all these external reports when we have the information, we have the people, we have the expertise. Just listen to us. It's what we really need.
Well, there you go. That's what the healthcare system looks like in Newfoundland and Labrador. These folks are truly making a difference. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you.